Aussie actor and director Mel Columsile Gerard Gibson is one of our biggest Hollywood success stories. So you'll be surprised to discover that he was actually born in New York. One of 11 children, it wasn't until he was 12 that his family moved to Australia, and he was forced to develop an Australian accent after he was teased at school for his American twang. In 1995, Mel took on the epic story of the sword-wielding, kilt-wearing Scottish freedom fighter William Wallace in Braveheart, my favourite Mel film. Would you believe, though, he almost turned down the role, believing he was too old for it, asking the producers if he could direct instead.
Every time anyone sees Pumping On, they will come away, loving the movie. They just say, well, forget that, he's dead already. I'm not going to bother with that. I'm going to just focus in on my competition. Is that true? I saw him hanging there afterwards, a celebration party after the Mr. Olympia, smoking a joint. Did he really smoke a joint? And did he, in fact, inhale?
He provides a character that is off the chart in a way of being unique. He's a former mercenary who become a tattoo artist who seems as though he has everything under control, but the truth is, his life is a segue into disappointment, and an incredible scene that he does that is literally shot through the mirror. There's no eye contact. He reveals a lot of his soul, that it's a forewarning that you're going to become like me if you do. Arnold and Bruce. This is real friendship. This is far beyond. It was one of those ridiculous pipe dreams. You're laying in bed, you sit up and go, Arnold, that's right, he'll walk. What? Sly. Wake up. He's the governor. All right, he's in a different world. Bruce, well, these are multi-million-dollar actors, and they're in their own thing, and we've never done it together.
Important that the young people that are so in love with those movies see what it was like for us to see it on the big screen. I think that's very important, because that was part of a time where the world was starting to change, and that had impact on all of us. But we had that impact seeing it on a big screen.
Very famous is not any of the things that you'd think it is, but no one wants to hear you complain about it, so you don't. You just go, okay. All the Coen brothers want to come to Phoenix and talk to you about something. I was like, you're kidding, I'd never met them before. And they flew in and they slapped the script down we were in a lobby of a hotel, and they handed it to me and they said, we wrote this, we want to know if you want to do it. And I said, yeah. And I couldn't believe my luck. I couldn't believe how lucky I was that they asked me.
I find almost everybody likable, if they're human beings. We all have problems, we all have issues, and I don't know any perfect people, maybe short of the Dalai Lama, and there's only one of those. So I see gentleness and complexity and humanity everywhere.
In that way, and usually people are curious about what I think, and some parts if I'm playing a part, there's some people that are interacting with me that it's never written in a contract, but I say, it's important that the interaction is correct, it's right, because if you have the wrong person playing it, then it's not going to work. So, and any smart director knows, without saying it, let's try and make it work. So maybe you read with people, or you make sure it's going to work between those people, and that I'm okay with it. And so, and that's how I would do it.
A tiny part of it is right, that he feels that he's in a place that's truthful.
He was deliberately trying to make me laugh in my close-up. I thought, this is one evil son of a... He's trying to make me laugh in the movie. I'm not going to laugh. I'm doing a serious scene. But there's just something about him that... he wasn't trying to make me laugh. He was just acting with all of his heart and soul. It was so unbelievably sweet.
Because of where I think they're going to take me in my life. And I enjoy working with directors who are obsessive. Passionate would probably be a euphemism for obsessive. And I like the chemistry between the actor and the director. A lot of the time, that's what I choose.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. And my wish is for a world with less cancer and more birthdays. Happy birthday.
First of all, I think everybody should know that I really care about this campaign, and I believe in what our administration's doing, and I want to make sure that folks know that I'm not just talking the talk, I'm walking the walk. Let's see, address. We depend on $5, $10, $25 donations. We don't get some of the massive checks that the other side does, but we have this incredible grassroots network, and for me to be able to participate the way a whole.
Now, despite the evidence, the entire centerpiece of my opponent's economic plan is a new $5 trillion tax cut on top of the Bush tax cuts. Now, the bulk of this tax cut would go to the very top. A lot of it go to the wealthiest 1% of all households. Folks making more than $3 million a year, the top 1/10 of 1%, would get a tax cut worth almost $250,000. Now think about that. 125 families like yours would have to pay another $2,000 in taxes each and every year. Does that sound like a good plan for economic growth? Does that sound like a plan you can afford? How many of you want to pay another $2,000 to give Mr. Romney or me another tax break? Ohio, we do not need more tax cuts for folks who are already doing really well. We need tax cuts for working Americans. We need tax cuts for families who are trying to raise their children and keep them healthy and send them to college and put a roof over their heads. We don't need more tax cuts for companies that are shipping jobs overseas. We need tax cuts for companies that are creating jobs right here in the United States of America.
Proud father, talented actor and Oscar-winning director, Mel Gibson has definitely proved that when it comes to his professional and private life, we should expect the unexpected. Stay tuned to Star Picks for all of the movies you know and the actors you love, broadcasting glorious high definition with 5.1 surround sound where available. For more of the best in entertainment news, check out your Movie Network channels. It's altogether better on screen and at mnc.tv.
Hola Norma, ¿cómo estás? Te deseo un feliz cumpleaños, que lo pases muy bien. Y ahora me enteré que sos famosa, así que me alegro. Felicidades. Es muy lindo España, tienes que venir a conocer. Y espero que la pases muy bien. Saludos, un beso.
Deseas un feliz cumpleaños, decirte que te quiero mucho, que nos encantaría estar ahí, pero bueno, de esta forma te vamos a sentir que estamos ahí con vos. Desearte un feliz cumpleaños y que lo pases súper con tu familia, con tus hermanos. Y que bueno, que pronto vamos a pasar todos los cumpleaños juntos. Te quiero muchísimo y nos estamos viendo.
Hola Ma, feliz cumpleaños. Antes que nada quiero decirte que te quiero mucho, que tenemos ganas de estar ahí, me gustaría estar ahí soplando la velita con vos y para desearte un feliz cumpleaños. Por otro lado quiero que la pases bien, que comas por nosotros, que te diviertas y que ese es un pequeño regalo que te hacemos nosotros como para estar presente en tu cumpleaños. Te quiero mucho, pasala bien y te amo.
I heard that you're settled down, that you found a girl and you're married now. I heard that your dreams came true. Guess she gave you things I didn't give to you. Old friend, why are you so shy? Ain't like you to hold back or hide from the light. I hate to turn up out of the blue uninvited, but I couldn't stay away, I couldn't fight it. I had hoped you'd see my face and that you'd be reminded that for me it isn't over. Never mind, I'll find someone like you. I wish nothing but the best of you too. Don't forget me, I beg. I'll remember you say sometimes it lasts and loves, but sometimes it hurts instead. Sometimes it lasts and loves, but sometimes it hurts instead. You know how the time flies. Only yesterday was the time of our lives. We were born and raised in a summer haze, bound by the surprise of our glory.